I'm Nobuko. Today, let's talk about RC cars in Japan. Please watch the video until the end. Okay, let's get started. In Japan, almost everyone carries a transport IC card. Before coming to Japan, you might worry about tickets, transport, and complicated stations. Many people write to me about this. One traveler once told me that Suica felt like salvation. And honestly, I understand why. For example, in Tokyo, you'll hear about Suica and PASMO. In the Kansai region, there's ICOCA. And depending on the area, there are even more. It's confusing, isn't it? I know. But here's a simple answer. It really doesn't matter which one you buy. They all work in almost exactly the same way. You don't need to buy 3 different cards. You can use any of them in Tokyo, Osaka, and almost everywhere you're likely to visit as a traveler. So my advice is simple. Just buy the one you can get when you first arrive in Japan. If you land in Tokyo, that will usually be Suica or PASMO. For many international travelers, Suica is the almost common choice. Now let's clear up a few common worries. Do I need a different machine to top up my card? No, the same ticket machines are used to buy and to add money. Just look for the machines near the ticket gate and sell to add value or charge. It's very single word and they have English options. What if my card doesn't work? Don't panic. If there's a problem, the gate simply won't open, that's all. You won't be fined, you won't get into trouble. There is always a staff member nearby and they will help you. How do I know where the card works? In major cities like Tokyo and Osaka, it works almost everywhere. Trains, subways, buses, and even convenience stores. Only very rural areas or small local buses might not accept it. If you are traveling as a tourist in big cities, you will rarely have any issue. What does transfer at ground level mean? In Tokyo, trains are operated by different companies such as JR Tokyo Metro and Toei Subway. So when Google Maps says transfer at ground level, it usually means you need to exit one station, walk outside, and enter another one. Just tap out, walk calmly, and tap in again. Your IC card will calculate everything automatically. And of course, you don't even need a physical card anymore. This is how I use it. I have my IC card on my iPhone and Apple Watch. I simply raise my wrist and that's it. No ticket, no wallet, no searching in my bag. And topping up is easy as well. I can add money directly from my credit card on my phone, so I don't even need to find a ticket machine. If you use Android, similar mobile options are available too. Just check whether your phone supports mobile IC cards in Japan. There is also something called Welcome Suica, which is designed for short-term visitors. It has no deposit, so you don't pay the usual refundable 500 yen. However, it is valid for 28 days only and cannot be refunded. So, if you plan to return to Japan in the future, a regular Suica or PASMO might be a better choice. One last tip, especially if you've visited Japan before. If you have an old IC card that haven't been used for a very long time, it may be for temporary inactive. In that case, simply ask the station staff and they can reactivate it for you in a minute. It's nothing serious, just a small system reset. So, if you are coming to Japan and feeling a little nervous about train and ticket, don't worry. IC cards make everything much easier. You don't need to buy 3 different cards. You don't need master complicated machines. And you definitely don't need to panic at the gate. Just tap, travel, enjoy. Japan's transport system may look complex, but once you understand this one simple thing, it becomes surprisingly easy. If this video helped you feel a little more confident, please like and subscribe. I'll keep making guides to help you explore Japan comfortably. Bye bye. またね